All right, Shalom. First and foremost, going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakadash. The one is the Apostle GMS, and salutations to Yakim pushing his word with truth and sincerely. And today we're just gonna hop into how basically why did the two kingdoms of Israel split, And we're gonna give like the little history on it. We're gonna start with let me get it real quick. We're gonna start with 1 Kings 11 and 1. It says, "But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, and women of the Moabites, and Ammonites, and Edomites, and Sidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Ye should not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. And Solomon clave unto these in love, and he has 700 wives and princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart." So the Lord told him, and but Solomon, he loved many women, man, and he had a lot. He had a lot of wives, man, including concubines. But it says, "For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord, his God, as was the heart of David, his father. For Solomon went after Ashtaroth, the goddess of Sidonians, and after Milcom, the abominations of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord's, as did David his father." Right, so basically Solomon went off because he was worshiping other gods, and he wasn't following the statutes no more. So now Yahweh's gonna give him the download of how it's gonna go, man. He said, I'm gonna keep reading. Really, I'm gonna get to the part where it says Salaki, let me see, I'm gonna go verse 9. It says, "And the Lord was angry with Solomon because his heart was turned from the Lord God of Israel, which he had appeared unto him twice, and had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not which the Lord commanded." It says, "Whereas the Lord said unto Solomon, For as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant." Now it's gonna explain what happens, and I'm gonna keep going. Really, I'm gonna go down to I'm gonna go to verse 13. "Howbeit I will not rend away all the kingdom, but I will give one tribe to thy son of David, my servant's sake, for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen." And now his son is gonna be Rehoboam, which he was given the one tribe, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Now it goes on. I really want to get to the point where it talks about Jeroboam, because he gives him the 10 tribes, which will be northern kingdom.
Verse 28.
Verse 28, the water. It says, verse 28, "And the man of Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor, and Solomon, seeing young man that he was industrious, he made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph." Now that will be northern kingdom, man. Because if I'm not wrong, he said that Jeroboam was from the tribe of Ephraim, right? If I'm right. I forgot. I think it was in verse 11 too. But basically, that's what happened. That's one of the reasons why, how you call it, the two kingdoms split. This is one of the reasons why we separated, man. But another reason is, if we go to verse 12, chapter 12, I mean, it talks about how, I want to see where I could start off from here. I'll start at verse, this is 1 Kings 12 and 3. It says, they that sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came, spake unto Rehoboam, saying, thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and this heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee. So after King Solomon, after he passed away, how you call it, Rehoboam was in the next state of reign, and basically Jeroboam asked him. He told him, "Hey, could you be less, grievous with the yoke? Basically, not be very strict." He asked him. So I'm gonna keep reading, and this is verse 5. And he said unto them, depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. So basically he told them, hey, depart, go thy way for 3 days, and then come back. So basically he was gonna think about the decision. He's gonna go to his counselors, but he didn't take heed to that. So it's all gonna go down right here. It says, verse 6, and King Rehoboam consulted with the old man that stood before Solomon, his father, while he yet lived, and said, how do you advise that I may answer these people? And they spake unto him, saying, if thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and will serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, they shall be thy servants forever. Basically his old counselors of Solomon, hey, they told him, if you do this like they said, hey, they're gonna serve you, man. But it says verse 8, but he forsook the counsel of the old man which he had given him, and consulted with the young men that they were grown up with him, and which stood before him. And then basically it goes on how he basically took counsel of the people that he grew up with, man, which was the wrong decision that he could take, man. But the Lord ultimately set it up, already said that this was all gonna happen. This is how we ended up splitting, man. Because I forgot what verse is it that says that where Jeroboam, he said, all right, we're gonna depart because you say you're gonna be stricter. He said that he will. Right here. This verse 11. And now, whereas my father did laid you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father had chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So basically said, I'm gonna go harder than my father, man. I'm gonna be more stricter. And Jeroboam wasn't having that, so they went their own way, man. That's the whole 10 tribes. They're left, man.
If I could mention, with that split happening, we in the times where the Lord is bringing us back. Right. I'm gonna grab Amos 9 and 11. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, and verse 11. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. All right, and that's that split. It says, and close up the breaches thereof. You go into that word breach, it's an opening, it's a gap. All right, basically a division amongst northern kingdom and southern kingdom. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Because in the times of David, man, everything was flawless. All right, King David, he was actually a righteous ruler, man. Except obviously that part of him committing adultery. But other than that, man, everything else was perfect. And now we're coming back into those days that, hey, the Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom coming back together, and that's going to be the elect. All right, because these 2/3, man, they're going to remain hard-headed, rebellious. In the kingdom to come, man, that's when everything's gonna be right.
That's right.
You know.
I had a precept for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because like the bros is getting into, ultimately because due to what Solomon had did. All right, the Lord had already ordained, all right, for the kingdom to be split, man. That's why the brother brought out a few key points in the scriptures. All right, how Rehoboam, all right, didn't take heed, to the right counselors. All right, and how I don't know if he hit the point where Jeroboam had made different idols.
Oh, we could actually hit it. Could go back to it. So like I was thinking about it, but hey, that is important. This the 12 and almost down to the last verses. I think it was so like let me find it real quick. All right, because basically Jeroboam he didn't want them to go sacrifice in Jerusalem. I'm gonna read it right here. This first Kings 12 and 27, or actually 26. It says, and Jeroboam said in his heart, now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If these people go up to do sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of these people turn again unto the Lord, their Lord, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah, and they shall kill me, and go again to Rehoboam, king of Judah.
That's right.
And now, you gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say, and that's another point. See, the Lord was ordaining all this, all right, because what I'm saying, this is the Lord's movie, man. All right, like Jeroboam said, if they was to go back up to Jerusalem to sacrifice, then their hearts would basically be turned back to Rehoboam, and the kingdom would be one again. But that ain't what the Lord wanted, man. Right. All right, so he had it, he had it to where Jeroboam, put these different obstacles in place. All right, Rehoboam didn't listen to the right counsels. All right, so forth and so on. These things was happening because the Lord was orchestrating all this, all right, to fulfill his will, all right, because King Solomon, all right, started, setting up different altars and, worshiping different gods, all right, of his wives, man, So, the Lord was angry, man. All right, this is Isaiah 14 and 27. It says, for the Lord of hosts have purposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back? All right. So nothing Rehoboam could have did, all right, or Jeroboam, all right, to could have done, all right, to basically put Israel back together, man. All right, because that was all ordained from Yahweh Shemel Shah, all right, for the kingdom to be split, man. All right. And here it is, like the brother just brought out the precepts, the Lord is gonna bring us back together, after all these centuries, man, and thousands of years, man. Damn. All right, going into different captivities, all right, forgetting our heritage, all right, so forth and so on, all right, and being, divided, the Lord is gonna finally bring us back together as one, man. All right, but like the point of the lesson, this is, basically how the beginning, of how Israel got, divided, man.
Oh. You got anything more? Now we basically, hopefully this video was edifying. We just want to go into the history of how, we ended up splitting up. But hey, the Lord's He's gonna bring us back together, man. Lord willing, soon, man. But hey, we're gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakadash. The one is the Apostle GMS. And salutations to you, Akim, pushing his way with truth and sincerely. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.